So the first thing to know about working in the medical field, regardless if you're a phlebotomist, medical assistant, LVN, or RN, is the prevent the spread of infection. Okay, so to prevent the spread of infection, the number one thing that you could do is to one, wash your hands. So you're always going to be washing your hands frequently, especially if they get soiled with any type of fluid or it's just been a while that you haven't washed your hands, okay? Because the last thing we want to do is be spreading pathogens from one patient to another, to another, to another, or passing pathogens from ourselves to another coworker, or a coworker passing the pathogens to us. So pathogens are what gets us sick, and when they enter the body, it's going to cause us problems. So examples of pathogens are going to be bacteria, viruses, parasites, rickettsia, and fungus. Okay, those are things that once they get into the body, they're going to cause us sickness and so forth, for example. Second, the thing to, again, the number one to prevent the spread of infection is of pathogens is to wash your hands. Second, avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and keep any wounds that you may have covered. So we're not going to be touching our eyes, we're not going to be putting our fingers on our mouth, because again, our fingertips are one of the most dirtiest parts of our body. And especially when we're touching like our steering wheel, doorknobs, chairs, desks, tables, or anything like that are not fully disinfected on a daily basis or regularly, then they're going to be carrying pathogens. And then if we're scratching our eye or putting our thumbs in our mouths for some reason, then those pathogens can get into our body, cause damage into our immune system, get us sick, and so forth like that, okay? So, I'm going to show you what's called the chain of infection. So, in the chart here behind me is what's called the chain of infection, okay? The chain of infection is a series of events that can happen that can lead you to getting sick, such as getting the flu or any other type of diseases. So again, how do germs get around? By contact, so by hands, toys, or sand, anything that isn't, again, decontaminated properly, okay, or on a daily basis. It's going to be developing pathogens, germs, viruses, and so forth, okay. How do germs get in? Mouth, cuts in the skin, and eyes, okay. Those are ways that they could get in. And then a suspected host, so that's a person who's susceptible of getting sick. Basically, it's everyone. But for examples, they have babies, children, and the elderly. So when it comes to babies, they're newborns, their immune system isn't really fully developed. They're starting life, so their immune system needs to be developing more. That's why a lot of parents are now cautious when carrying babies. They disinfect their hands because they don't want